Yeah, so it's been a wonderful, fantabulous day.
It's a celebration.
It's a celebration.
It's shining well.
Fantabulous days, So you're ready?
I'm ready.
You're ready for the conversation? Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Anaika Kihua. The Kihuas make Pakistani couple.
Yeah, this one is Pakistan and the Rasta.
Welcome to Miss Reche YouTube channel, guys.
Thank you so much.
Miss Reche.
Okay. And to start with the lady, tell us your name, the country born, and where you are now.
Okay, so my name is Anaika Kihua. Kihua, I get it from my husband. So I'm born in Kenya. Though my roots, my ancestors, my parents are Pakistani. So there is where now the Pakistani aspect in our relationship comes from, the Rakistani. As much as I'm born in Kenya, I have a lot of Pakistani influence, Pakistani cultural influence in terms of dressing, in terms of eating, in terms of thoughts, in lifestyle. It's a lot of influence from Pakistan, though I am born in Kenya in a city called Kisumu City.
Also, your ancestors and parents are from Pakistan?
Yes, my ancestors' parents, they are from Pakistan. Grandparents, all those, they originated from Pakistan.
Okay.
Yes.
Which part of Pakistan?
The part of Pakistan where my parents are from is called Islamabad. Yes, it's a city called Islamabad. It is not the capital, but it is one of the most developed cities in Pakistan.
Okay.
Yes, Islamabad.
Okay. So, shout out to
Islamabad. Tusi sare tiko.
So you speak Punjab?
Yes, I speak.
Punjab?
Yes, I speak Punjabi. I speak
Punjabi.
Urdu. Yes, I speak both of them.
Okay.
Yes, I understand both of them. Speak both of them.
Maybe you can greet our audience who will be watching this
I'll
video
start
from
with in
Pakistan.
Urdu. आप सब कैसे हो? मेरा नाम अनाइका है और हम आपको बहुत ज़्यादा प्यार दे रहे। और इन पंजाबी तुसी सारे किदा हो? मेरा नाम अनाइका है ए मेरा हस्बैंड इयान है ते ਅਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਿਆਰ ਕਰਦੇ ਹਾਂ।
Oh my God. Okay. And then the gentleman, tell us your name, where you born, and where you are now.
Okay, my name is Ian Kihua. I am a Kenyan. I was born in Kenya. I have never left Kenya. I was born in a county in Kenya called Kisumu County.
Yes.
Yeah, I am in Kenya. We have tribes.
Yeah.
So among the tribes, I am coming from. My mother was a Kikuyu. My father is a Luo. So I come from both of them. I will say I'm a Luo because of the dad. Yeah. Where the culture goes, I'm just picking the father side, but I've grown up actually with my mom. Not with I've never grown up with my dad.
Also like a single mom.
Yeah, single mom. Yeah, that's why my name is Ian Kihua, not Ochieng or something like that.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Kikuyu name, yeah.
Oh, okay. So, Anika, give us a brief background of how your parents moved to Kenya and when.
Okay, so when is 27 years ago, my dad was born in Kenya. So his parents, as much as they were Pakistani, he was born in Kenya in Yala. They were living in Yala. So coincidentally, they went to Pakistan. My dad and his mom, which is my grandma, they traveled to Pakistan to go look for a bride for my dad.
Okay.
So they went to see another girl, and because they didn't get to meet her, my mom was among the friends that they knew. So they went to my mom's home, and my dad's mom, which is my grandmother, ended up liking my mom.
Okay.
So she hooked up my dad and my mom there just then.
Yes.
So my mom was very young when she got married. She hadn't finished her O levels according to Pakistan.
Yes.
She was about to sit for board exam. They call it board exams,
Yeah.
which is like completing your senior school.
Yes.
She didn't sit for those exams before she got married.
Okay.
Yeah, so she just took her, the grandparents, everyone is just celebrating. She doesn't know what is being celebrated, but it's her wedding that was being celebrated.
Okay.
So that was 27 years ago. So yes, my dad and his mom went to Pakistan with the intention of getting married, but meeting my mom was a different coincidence. So when they met my mom, since she was young, she didn't have any documents. They thought of it this far that she would travel out. So immediately when this happened, they started working on the documents. Within a month after the marriage, they brought my mom to Kenya.
Okay.
Yeah, the documents worked out. They brought my mom to Kenya. She came alone with none of her family. She was 17 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, she came alone. And so my dad's older sister, is the one who embraced her as a little girl. She's like, hey, she's a young girl. She came as really young. She didn't understand what is happening. So my dad's sister is the one who embraced her, taught her everything, taught her about Kenya. So Pakistani background is very different in terms of how they think, how they carry themselves. It's hard for them to understand how we live in Kenya, why we are the way we are. So my aunt, who is my dad's sister, taught my mom all these things. This is how it is in Kenya. This is how you be free. You go out, you can go do your things. In Pakistan, that is not how my mom grew up. She was very enclosed. They have brothers. And when you have brothers there, you're not even allowed to walk outside. It's like you're restricted to do everything. They're quite strict like that, especially during my mom's time.
Okay.
Yeah, so she learned everything afresh when she came here. And now Kenya has been her home for the last 27 years.
Amazing.
Yes.
Okay. So it was like a arranged marriage for your mom and dad?
It was arranged, but God's plan. Like they didn't know that is who they're going to meet, but it ended up that is who ended up getting married to my dad.
Okay.
Yes.
So in Pakistan culture, the mom or the parents looks for their sons.
Yes.
I mean, their wife.
Right now, I would say 90% of the time, in the 90% of the cases, both in the girl side and the boy side, the parents choose to look for your partner. Either if you're a girl, they look for your husband. If you're a boy, they look for your wife. During when my mom got married, it was 100%. Your parents will look for you. Right now, there's an option of 10% you can decide, but earlier 100% your parents. If not your parents, there's no way you could consider making your own choice. No.
Okay. And now your mom got married to your dad. Okay. They moved to Kenya. Which part of Kenya?
So they moved to Kisumu, where I was born.
Yeah.
They've lived there their whole life. Yes. They've not moved from Kisumu.
Then you were born.
Yes, I was born in Kisumu. I was born in the year 1999 on
As
the
a
month.
firstborn?
No, I'm a second born.
Okay.
So I have a brother who is a firstborn. He's actually Ian's age. Yeah, he's 3 years older than me. Yes, I was born in 1999 on January, just in Kisumu as well. I've lived my whole life in Kisumu till we moved for university. Yeah. I've lived my whole life in one town. Yeah, in one school. Yes, with one sibling.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Are they still alive?
Yes, my brother is alive. Parents are alive. Yes, we thank God. Yes.
Thank God.
Grandparents I'm only left with one. We're only left with one grandma from the side of my mom. The
They
rest.
also live in Kisumu?
No, actually, my mom's side, the whole family is in Pakistan. Only her parents have visited Kenya once to come meet her. Apart from that, no one has visited her here in the 27 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how was it growing up for you as a child?
In the culture. Actually, before I knew there's a mindset I have of my own, it was okay. When I was younger, it was just okay. Like I was okay with the culture till I grew up and understood that there's my beliefs I have that I feel are right, that maybe might not relate to what the culture says. Then I started learning to get a balance. But when I was young, it was good. Yeah, we've had a nice life. Our parents have pushed as much as they could to give us the best life. Studied in the best school in Kisumu, Jalaram Academy.
Wow.
Yes, I've never lacked to do anything that I'd want to do. They've always pushed me to do anything that I'd want to do. Yeah.
What were your parents doing in Kisumu? Like,
So my mom, she's a housewife. She's been there to boost my dad in anything he does. She's his back. She's my dad's back in anything he will do.
okay.
Yes, my dad, he had a hardware shop with his brother-in-law. They worked together. For right now, that is something that is being passed on. Like that is no more what they're doing. We intend to be their retirement plan,
Okay.
God willing.
Okay. So
Yes.
schooling for you was fun, yeah?
Yes, schooling for me was really nice, really nice. I loved school, both in high school and primary.
In high school?
high school, I got Ian. So I got Ian in class 8, which is Form 1,
Yeah.
which is Island High School. So my high school experience was one of the best. Yes.
Filled with emotions.
Filled with emotions, filled with fun. We used to go for New Year's parties, Ian and I, movies, hanging out at the lake,
Hiding,
sneaking.
yeah.
Yes.
And which university did you graduated?
Baraton.
Marathon. Back to Ian. Ian,
Yes.
how was it growing up for you?
So I've grown up in Kenya, and I've grown up with a single mom.
Okay.
Yeah. So my story begins also in Kisumu. I was born in Kisumu.
Okay.
Yeah, in 1996.
Yeah.
1996.
Yes.
Yeah. Then, when I was still an infant, like a week or day old, we moved to Webuye,
Okay.
and that's where now I began my life there in Webuye. Yeah. So we grew up. Then we used to stay. My mom has siblings. They're 7.
Okay.
Yeah. So at around that time when I was being born is when their mom passed.
Okay.
So all of them came to stay in one house.
Yeah.
So in that one house is where all of us were there, and that's how I grew up, having my uncles, my aunts, my mom, everyone used to be there. Yeah, so I grew up more community of my family are the ones who raised me up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And siblings?
Siblings, I've got one brother from my mom also. His name is Alan. He's my younger brother. He's 22 right now, 22 years old.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he is with mom right now. They stay with mom. I'm the one who decided to step out to search for a greener pasture.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And schooling, how was it for you?
Schooling, I am not one of the best students. I wasn't one of the best students in academics, maybe in some sports, but not in academics. So I really had that rough growth in school, but it's what made me who I am. So
Sure.
yeah, so I did Webuye from nursery to class 2. Then we moved to Kisumu again, where I did class 2 to class, I think, 5. Then we moved to Nairobi. That was during elections 2007. Yeah, we ran to Nairobi, where I went on from class 5 to class 7 now.
Yeah.
And class 7 is where now we came back to Kisumu again. Yeah. So in Kisumu, I went to a school called Central Primary School, and I was there for the whole of my class 7. So in the process of going to class 8 is when my God blessed my mom with some funds, school fees that she was able to remove us from this public school to Jalaram, which was an international school. Yeah.
Okay.
So and that is when I moved from class 7 to Form 1, where now I met Anika as well.
So you guys met in primary school?
No,
No,
actually, we studied in IGCSE system.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
so
okay.
that
Yeah,
was Form 1.
IGCSE system,
it's
yeah.
senior. It's the first form of senior.
It's located here in Kisumu?
Yeah,
In Kisumu, yeah.
Yeah, Jalaram
Yeah.
Academy. Yeah.
So in high school?
Yeah, high school. Yeah. So it was equivalent to Form 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was all the 4 years we were together in school. We were basically in the same class. So the story on how we began, I think Anika and I, it was love at first sight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Before we go to how you guys
Yeah.
met, I would love to know, Anika, how was it growing up for you in Kenya from like a lifestyle from a Pakistan family, or
Yeah, I
growing up
get
in a
what you're
Pakistan
meaning.
family and living in Kenya?
Yeah, actually, Ian, just from what Ian spoke is when I remembered something like siblings, aunties, uncles. I have never grown up with that.
Yes.
For me, what it was like, it was just our parents, my brother and I. We never had closeness with our cousins. We never had something like, you can sit in one home. No, it was always so secluded. They are in their own place. You'll only meet if it's a very big celebration. Otherwise, you don't have that closeness. I think I learned that from Ian, from seeing Ian's family. I learned how cousins are siblings. Your cousins are your sisters and brothers. I didn't have that earlier. Yeah, so how we grew up is we grew up a simple life, not very connected to other people.
Yeah.
Yes. we wouldn't say a very rich life, but very comfortable, doing
Blessed.
everything that's necessary. Yeah.
Blessed.
Yeah, blessed. What Ian and I say is our parents didn't spoil us with money.
Yes.
They gave us the wisdom to stay humble so that we can be able to survive in the world. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, talk about the religion.
Mhm.
Growing up in a Pakistan family and living in Kenya. Were you a Muslim or Christian?
Yes. No, Sunni Muslim. I'm a Sunni Muslim. Sunni Muslim is, I think they say, just the exact Muslim, the plain Muslim.
Yes.
Yes, Sunni Muslims. That is all of us in our home. Everyone is a Sunni Muslim. And one thing is that I've never been forced to follow any ways too strictly. Like, I've been forced to wear a scarf. I've been forced to.
Okay.
No one has forced me. No one. My parents have never forced me to do those things, like to follow religion.
Okay.
To you're living your life level. These are things that I adapted for myself. Wearing the scarf, how I choose to dress, those are things that I learned for myself. This is how I like for myself to be. Yes.
No, so you're still a Muslim.
Yes, I'm a Muslim.
Okay.
Yes.
And Ian,
Yes.
talk about religion. You grew up as a
Yes,
Christian.
yeah, I grew up as a Christian, seventh day. Yeah, seventh day we go to church on Saturday. Yeah, so I grew up, in fact, till Baraton is a seventh day. So just when we came to Baraton, and there was so much strictness with religion, and that's where I deferred from a seventh day to Rastafari now. Rastafari is not a religion, it's a way of living, it's a way of life. Yeah.
When was this now?
This like 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
The age of the dread is actually.
Okay.
Yeah, like 5 years ago. Yeah, is when Aneka came back, and I told Aneka, there's something that has changed in me, and I'm never going to shave again.
Yeah.
There's something that I didn't know it was the Rastafarian growing in me, but that's how it began. So I was a Christian, and I am still a Christian in me.
Yeah.
Yeah, still deep. SDA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd not. If I was to go to church, I'll still go on Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So guys, how did you meet each other? Talk of year and which year?
Okay. Yeah. So I'll go with how. Then Anika will go with when. All right. Yeah. When is the year?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me go with how then. So how we met in high school in a class of it's actually, we get two different here. Aneka says it was religion. I say it was literature. Like the minute we locked eyes, and that's where the spark lit. I always say it was on a literature class. I was seated behind. Aneka was a front bencher front. So the teacher had asked a question of someone who is slightly behind. So Aneka turned to look, and she found me staring at her.
Okay.
Yeah, then I did my eyes like this. Then she turned, and she couldn't do it even her as well. So is when I realized, oh, she's noticed me now.
Okay.
Yeah, like here's my way in, and since then we just started. In fact, it was very hard for Aneka to even sit close to me.
Yeah. So you were in the same class.
Yeah, we're in the same class. Yeah.
How come said you're older than her?
Yes, that's where now my primary school. That's where I was telling you. I got to repeat a few times. Me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got to hit the repeating a few times. Yeah. So I think it was just a blessing, because
It was a blessing.
I always tell God, thank you for making me repeat those, because if I would have gone with the normal way, I would have never met Aneka. Yeah, and Aneka is everything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now she stared at you
Yeah.
in class.
Yeah, so she stared at me that so now from that day we just started now looking at each other. Now, we just, whenever Aneka passes, we looked at each other, we smile. We don't talk for a while.
I used to go to school early morning because
Early
Ian would
morning,
always
yeah.
be there in the art room. I go drop my bag and run to the art room, and I just pretend like I'm just hanging out there.
She'll
to
just
be next
sit
to
there,
Ian.
pretend she's just doing her things, and
Yeah.
we're just there.
So it would be really hard for us to spend time if Ian was not my classmate. I never had friends that I would hang out with so much like that. So it would be hard if Ian was a boy from another class for us to hang out together. So it was a blessing that we were in the same class.
We could choose each other to be partners, like when in science we could choose. Anika used to. So when the reason I even passed my Form 4 was because of Anika. She literally pushed me to a point I was going to a home for tuitions.
Wow.
We used to do
Literally,
tuitions
yeah.
together.
So it's been a blessing for me to find her. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys started as high school sweetheart, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now after completing high school,
So during the entire time we were in high school, actually, we stayed together. We were just in the, like, Aneka used to be a neighbor too. So so every other day, like on a Sunday, Aneka would cook for me lunch. Yeah, and she's cooking without her mom knowing.
okay.
Yeah, so
Sneaking.
she's timing when the mom, like at an afternoon like this, she's going to sleep. The mom, Aneka calls me, be ready in the next 30 minutes or something, and she'll make chapati and boiled eggs, all those nice things. I used to wonder how she could do that. Yeah, so she slowly started getting into me with the food. She started sending me food. She even got a bike guy. She used to send that bike guy just to bring me food every lunch. It got to a point. If she doesn't send food, we quarrel now.
Ian would not eat. Then you're like, now
She
Ian
has to
will
send
not
food.
eat
Yeah,
if you don't send food.
Yeah.
It's humbling that we've
Yeah.
had that experience.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we came to finish high school now, and there is where now first big milestone that we faced in our relationship, because we had to separate now.
Yeah.
So which year you completed high school in 2014?
No, 2015.
2015.
Yeah.
Yes.
So one thing is that the university that we came to study in Baraton, we had visited it as high schoolers. A teacher of ours, you know how normally they take Form 4s to learn universities? So we were brought by a specific teacher. We were the first batch that was taken to a university to learn about the environment. The university we were brought to was Baraton, the university that we later went to study in. Yeah.
Yeah, and so, okay, before we got to Baraton, immediately we got done. It was, my parents were moving, my mom was moving to Nairobi.
Okay.
Yeah, actually right now they're still in Nairobi.
2015 now.
Yeah, 20, yeah. So now I think, it was 2015.
2016.
Yeah, now the next year,
We took one gap year before we started.
yeah.
We took one gap year in between that we rested.
And that we were just at
We
home
were
then.
trying to figure out which university we will go to.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So immediately we got this university. My mom was already ready to leave.
Okay.
And we were young then. We were like, man, so if we separate, that means this is going to end. Yeah. We didn't have an option there. I went to Nairobi for 2 years. Yeah, I worked.
2016 and 17.
Yeah, yeah. So luckily, Aneka had not chosen the university, but I had chose Baraton. So I was in Nairobi, she's in Kisumu. But if she chooses Baraton, we'll be meeting now in Baraton.
Okay.
Yeah. So it was hard for her to choose Baraton. It wasn't because her parents had their dream of her. Yes. Yeah. Maybe you can let us know.
Their biggest dream has been for me to be a doctor. That is their biggest dream. So they wanted me to go to a university. They wanted me to travel abroad, actually. That was the first thing. Even for Ian, that was the first thing that all our parents, even Ian's mom. So Ian's mom is a very strong woman. She had really pushed even to the point that Ian was to travel abroad. Then we are like, now, if Ian is to go and I'm to go, this we are done.
Aneka was going Malaysia.
Yeah, we had applied, so I had got my acceptance, and Ian got an acceptance to Leeds in UK. He got what we were left with was fee. Just we hadn't deposited the fee, which Ian had deposited half.
Yeah,
of.
mine had already started depositing.
Mom had already paid the fee, literally. So this happened that. How did the process not work? Because Ian went and even did the papers.
Yeah, I went and did the examination to go. But okay, there's a point now. Here is where the tricky situation. I don't know if you know this as well. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about this.
Yeah, talk about
okay.
it. Yeah.
So during that time that I was meant to travel, my mom came to find out I was using some sort of illegal substance.
Drugs.
And she was like, wait, what? I send you here, you go and do it. No, go to Baraton.
Yeah.
And Baraton, I hated the school.
Oh, Ian hated
so she was like, if you're not going to go to Baraton, Ian, then please just walk out. Yeah, like if you're going to stay with me, it's Baraton or not. Yeah, so We fought over that. I remember we had a big fight over that.
Yeah.
But at the end of it all, I came to Baraton.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Anika also came to Baraton.
Yeah, Ian fought to come to Baraton. When I heard Ian is in Baraton, the next day I was there. I told my parents, obviously it was a fight. I'm not going to Malaysia. I'm like, I don't want to leave Kenya. I'm just okay studying in Kenya. I'm just okay.
Were
So
your parents aware maybe you guys are talking to each other?
Oh.
okay,
No.
they actually knew. Yes, they knew.
When was the first time they found out?
Because we used to do tuitions together, they obviously knew there's something between Ian and I. So there's a picture I had made, a love heart. I had taken half of a picture of Ian and half of a picture of mine. So we are in class 8 and I stuck those pictures together as a love heart. And my mom found it in the drawer. And she
When
found
we were doing
it when
tuitions.
Ian is in the home. With
We're
me
doing
alone,
tuition.
we're doing tuition. They came and sat in the living room.
Yeah, I
They're
remember.
just staring at Ian and me.
I remember.
Yeah, Ian, we
didn't know.
We're just okay.
They found it.
So I went and saw Ian off with the teacher at the door.
I even said bye to them. Everything was
they
good.
Said bye.
Just
when I
immediately.
come back like this, they throw a bomb on me. They're like, "What is this you're doing? Do you even want to go to school?" And it was a big fight. I think I didn't speak to my mom for a month.
And
I called Ian crying.
She was like, "It's over, Ian. It's over. They found out now. We can't do anything, Ian.
It
It's
was
over.
intense.
It's over."
Interesting.
It
Yeah.
was intense.
Mm.
Yeah, so that happened. So they did
Yeah,
always
they've
have
always,
a
yeah.
hint. Yeah,
Mm.
that happened. So when we came to Baraton, it's an SDA university, so it's very decent. It's very decent.
Decent, yeah.
It has a lot of morals that you have to follow. So that is what caught now my parents' eye as
Like
well.
this is not allowed there.
You can't.
Oh,
You
It
can't.
is not
you
allowed.
can't hold
Yeah,
hands.
you can't hold
have
hands.
a piercing. As simple as even
Even
earrings.
earrings, you're not allowed there.
My earrings were removed. At
Ladies
the
are not
gate.
allowed to wear trousers there.
Yeah.
Men are not allowed to go to church with jeans.
okay.
Yeah, it's so strict.
It's strict. We go to church every day because you sign appointments. So those kind of things really,
Boosted.
related with my parents. They were like, okay, it's your boys and girls are separate. That is okay with us. We can agree with that. Yeah, that is
And,
how we followed Ian to
So on that
Baraton.
day when she came with her parents, I was actually just like walking somewhere around. And she was just seeing me, but her parents didn't know I was in that university.
I was waving at Ian while
Just waving. And the parents don't know I'm there. I'm passing in front of an Anika like this. And the parents have no idea. But yeah, so it was cheeky, but it was still growing. Our love was
Yeah.
still growing. Even us, we didn't understand.
Give you
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah, like what is happening between us.
I think when it comes to like now knowing that this is what we have, that was the best decision. There is normally this point in your life that you do get your person and then you get a chance to work with them. That is what now decides how you two will bond together, I believe. For us, God has given us the blessing of building from the ground. It's difficult, yes, but Miss Rachel, you know
It's a
the
blessing.
fruit of building from the ground.
Yeah.
Now in Baraton, you started dating?
Oh no, actually, all this time we've been dating. Even
From high
since
school.
tuition.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it happened like this. I never came straight to ask Anika out.
In high school.
In high
that
school,
is.
like I didn't go and will you be my girlfriend? No, it wasn't like that. We were so connected that there was a friend who came to ask me, "Are you and Anika dating?" It was a lady, so I told her yes. She didn't trust me because I looked so shoddy to have someone like Anika. So she came and asked Anika, "Are we dating?" And she Anika said yes, and here we are today.
Okay.
Like we didn't get to actually ask each other like, "Will you be my girlfriend?" It just flew into it. And funny thing is, we've never been with anyone else.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Ian had a friend called Cerulo. Cerulo was a very cheeky friend.
Boy,
so
yeah.
Ian wrote his number down on a paper, and I was with 2 other girls. We were 3 girls walking. Ian told that boy, "Go with this number and tell those 3 girls, tell one of them to take it and text me."
But you know it is.
But Victor knew, Cerulo knew who is bringing it. He was bringing it for me. So me, apparently, when he put the number out, I just took it and went and texted Ian the same evening. I just pulled the number. I went in the evening, I texted Ian, but I didn't tell him among those 3 girls who I am.
Okay.
So for a few months, Ian didn't know who he's
She
talking
actually
to.
told me the day she was traveling to Pakistan.
You
now.
were angry actually.
Yeah, and you were traveling to Pakistan.
Yeah, that's why you were angry. You're like, if you're not going to tell me who you really are, then let it just be. We don't need to talk. And we were young then.
Yeah. Aneka was just playing with my feelings all this time.
Yeah.
Every day she's telling me, guess. Then when we go back to school, I'm like, was it you I was texting yesterday? And she's pretending like it's not her.
She liked you.
Yeah, so it was.
I did. The first day I noticed you, and the very first day.
Yeah, so she used to play with my feelings for months. Until the time it got to a point I was like, now if you're not going to tell me.
Ian is like, just leave it all. I don't even want anymore. Just stay with it.
But I wasn't as serious.
Yeah, it's true. You wanted to know, and that day you did know. It's me then.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you're in university. What are you studying?
I've studied clinical medicine.
And he was studying?
Automotive engineering.
How was life dating in the same university?
Hey, life in university was hectic. It was a tough one. It was not the best life
It wasn't.
for us. There wasn't. We weren't happy. Let's say it like that. We weren't happy with the environment. It was too mind closing. They are not open to being happy. Let's say like that. You know, they just want things to be miserable. Like
So
strictness. They want to refuse the unnecessary things. So it was not nice for us. We, as much as it was a good university, the university is superb. But for us personally, not the best experience. For Ian, the food was miserable. Ian never used to come to the canteen.
Never.
For almost 2 years of studying, Ian has not eaten at the canteen. He'd rather not eat.
Yeah, they used to make really. Yeah, so that's the thing that now, okay, it got me to a point. I stayed one semester inside school. And the next semester, I was like, I will not eat again that food. I'd rather go cook my ugali in my own small home. And immediately I got a home. That's when we began now,
To live together.
to live
Yes,
together.
to learn
When
each other like that.
this? 2019.
19.
Yeah, that's recent, yeah.
Living together.
Yes, 2019.
Yeah, so around that time also is when we went through a very hefty process. The process we are telling you we went through of offloading. We always say it was our offloading. We had a lot of luggage, a lot of trauma coming from just your life. Not even to do with Anika, but you need to let them out so that Anika can understand, okay, Ian is this type of a person. Yeah, so
Most of the time it sets you as a person even free. With your partner, you need to be comfortable to say anything. But when you don't speak the truth, then you hesitate to say anything. You know, you're hesitating to say any little thing. So it's really important that you guys let everything out. We say truth is like a fart. If you keep it inside, it's going to hurt you. Just let it outside. Let the truth out. Yeah.
What was the biggest challenge living together for the first time? Or the biggest fight?
challenge, that's a good question. The
Yeah.
challenge, because I'm sure they were there, especially the first time.
Yeah, challenges were quite a few, not just one. We have to choose the biggest one.
Okay, challenge.
In terms of family differences, religious differences, culture
No.
differences.
Okay, in terms of religion, culture, and that, we've always quite known each other.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, yeah. So, yeah, we've always quite known each other. So our biggest downfall was like intimacy. I don't know how to put it. Like all of us were, before we came to start staying together, we were watching some certain videos.
Which we don't want to mention.
Exactly.
The audience
Yeah.
will understand.
So
okay.
Yeah.
those kind of videos, now we came now to stay together, and you have all these images and all this. Yeah. It was really putting a barrier between us. Yeah. So we decided to sit down and face it.
Yeah.
I
And
told-
you were still using.
No.
You were still.
No. Actually, I stopped using the drug. Then I went now into serious alcohol now.
That is a challenge. Now that is the challenge I wanted to share. That one challenge we've had in our relationship has not been living together, like adapting to one another. It has been things like alcohol. It was really hard for us to put it out and see the destruction alcohol is
Alcohol is
causing,
doing for
because
us,
it was doing some miserable things. It was just pulling us apart completely. The amount of disrespect that it causes, it's
It's not worth
intense.
it.
It's intense. Yeah. So we've experienced. Yeah. When you
Both of you all only one side.
no, we are all culprits. We have all experienced that downright.
Okay.
Yes. If you'll come to understand most of the things between Ian and I, because we have been together so long, we have experienced together.
Okay.
Like for me, I've lived with Ian longer than I've lived with my parents. I've lived with Ian 13 years, with my parents 12 years. So I've learned more through Ian. I've learned a lot through Ian. Yeah.
Yeah, so those are among the actually in the reason with alcohol is alcohol was bringing out so much violence between us. Yeah, alcohol was
Much.
it was bringing out anger, and so even alcohol, we just sat down and we were like, done. We've experienced it, we know what it is, we don't want it anymore. Yeah.
Come to videos.
Yeah, so
You were watching.
yeah, so the videos that we were watching, that was where now the weight was, I think, because it took us the longest time to, it was now Aneka is telling me she's watched this. I'm telling Aneka, watch this. Very tough on the people you love. Yeah, like I know it wasn't easy for Aneka to hear this. It wasn't easy for me to hear this, but man, we've always just held our hands like this through the thick and thin.
Were you at any point addicted?
Yes,
Yeah.
severely.
Yeah.
Severely. It was
Yeah.
in a day you wake up, that's what you watch in the next 2 minutes, and in school we have free internet. So all you have to do is just go to school and you can download them in your laptop as many as you want.
Yeah.
And that is basically the entire university was doing that. So like we went to a university where people are very secretive because it's so strict.
Yeah.
People are hiding. So people are hiding, and it was
Exactly.
the whole school knew, because in their data of the internet, it is the highest thing being watched in school. Yeah, so the school knew, but us, when Aneka is the one who brought it up, I didn't have the man in me to bring it up. So she was like, okay, there's these things that happen, ABC. Have you ever gone through them? I was like, yes, I've watched them. And it's when we started talking about it. Yeah, so the first day we just said, yes, we've watched, and it was bad. Then the next day it was, what did you watch? How did it make you feel? Things like
Did
that.
it affect your mental health? Maybe?
Yes.
Extremely so much.
Then when we're in those videos, there was nothing up. There was nothing up. It was only that you walk outside, even you see a tree, that's all you see.
That's addictive.
It's bad. It's
Yeah.
bad. It's because it's an image you're seeing all the time.
Yeah, and you're trying to create.
Yeah. So it became so bad that, man, I used to wake up early in the morning just to watch Aneka sleeping there. She's right there beside me, but I'll wake up and turn with my phone. So it got really bad that we had to let it out. And
Did it affect your education?
yeah, I've actually, the minute I stopped watching that, what I was talking about when I was young, being slow, it was due to that. I was way focused on that sexual energy and not understanding I can take it to this other side. Yeah, so since I stopped it, I became a man. Yeah, is when I became awake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just before you completed university.
Yeah, just before I completed university.
At what point did you realize that, now I need to stop this and start a fresh life?
It was okay. Anything that threatens our relationship, I don't like that. So this was threatening our relationship. It was now I take that my videos and go, Aneka takes her videos and go, or we leave the videos and choose each other.
Okay.
Yeah, so it really did affect us big time, because for a very long time we were not even comfortable talking to each other. We were not comfortable touching each other, because the only thing you have in your mind is, Aneka's told me she's watched this, so is she thinking about this right now?
And you know, even on yourself, like when you know you've done this, it's a very disgusting habit. So you hate yourself.
Yeah.
When you do that, you hate yourself. You can't be happy. So that is what happens. You come and reflect it towards your outside. The first day that Ian said, we began the conversation, was actually a day I felt very guilty and disgusted in myself, that I just had to come and gather the courage and tell Ian, this is something that is eating me up now. I don't know what to do with it. Then together now we dealt with it and we got the solution.
I always tell Aneka she built me.
Okay.
And
Yeah, she
same
literally
here.
She
built
came
me.
up with the solution.
She came up with the idea, and it's like she gave birth to the idea, and it was our work, both of us, to nurture it. Yeah, so even on our channel we've spoken about this, and we always want the next couple to understand this is something you can go through and you still can be together with each
Yeah.
other.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't mean you have to break.
No.
Yeah, as for us it was make or break.
Okay. Advice to someone who is addicted and watching this video. Tell them, advise them how they can manage all this.
Okay, Anika, maybe you'll advise the young ladies, I'll advise the young men.
I would say, in terms of addiction, you don't need to wait 2-3 days to get rid of something. You decide now, today, that this is something that is destroying you, and today you're going to get done with it. Then it's a process from there. So I would advise my dear sisters, our little ones who are hearing us, this is something that is very miserable. It takes you down a very, very, very bad spiral. So as early as you can, learn it. It's all about learning. We had to learn. We had to experience to learn. We must all go through experiences and learn. You have gone through the experience. Let it teach you that this is not a direction to go. It's a very powerful energy, the sexual energy. So if you misuse it, it's going to destroy you. Just the same way, if you control it, it's going to
bring life. It's going to bring life. Yeah. So for me, for the men, it's not easy, Miss Rich. I'd not lie to you that this thing is easy. You wake up and you're good. Yeah, it took time. It took years. Because you'll say today I've stopped, then tomorrow you relapse. You find yourself again on it. So I wouldn't say that I'm free of it. That
it's a journey.
It's a journey. Yeah, I can't say that. Oh, now no. Yeah, now I know it's there. I acknowledge that it's there.
But
and
trying to get
exactly. Yeah, that's so. Just acknowledging it's there. Just know it's there and start working your way out of it. Don't let anyone like come and lie to you that wake up and you'll be good. No, just maybe if you are. I was watching videos. I went from videos to pictures now. Like I started reducing it back because it began with pictures to videos. So if you're going to reduce it, like the more the videos you're watching, the worse it becomes. Yeah. So if you can start reducing it, because you wouldn't be lied that you wake up. It's an addiction. Yeah. So just do it slowly.
Take your time. Take your time. Take your time, and we all go through it. You guys have had ours. You might see and assume, but when you hear the stories that we have gone through, you will say, "What sort of people are you?" But you must go through to shape yourself into the person you're supposed to be. Just go through them, but you must learn now. If you won't learn through those experiences now, there's where the problem is. Just learn through those experiences.
Were your parents aware when you guys were addicted?
For me,
it was your own journey.
Let me say, for me personally, these are not conversations I could even dare have with my parents.
So you were suffering alone with your boyfriend?
For me, never.
I believe parents know these things.
Yeah.
Because it's something that every human being maybe went through.
Yeah, they do.
So they know they choose not to pay attention in it.
Yeah.
I believe my mom growing up with boys, this is something that even in movies they're always talking about.
Yeah.
So it's there for us boys. Yeah, but I guess her being female shows she didn't have the capability to talk to us about that. Yeah, but I had an uncle who, the first time I went and told them I watched this video, he told me, okay, Ian, these videos, if you go on partaking in this, it is going to reduce your masculinity. Yeah. So I had that in my mind for the longest time, and that was the seed that stuck with me till the day I came out of it, because he told me when I was starting it, just immediately after I went through the, how do you say, the circumcision? How can I say it?
Yeah, you can just
like
say.
The process to become a man, from the way Kikuyus go from a boy to a man. Yeah, from your initiation. Initiation. So during that time is when he came and told me, because that's the time I told him, okay, there are videos I was watching before this, and now when I'm watching them, I'm feeling this certain way. So he told me, okay, he laughed actually. Then he told me, okay, what you're watching, Ian, it in the long run, there might be one day Aneka might be there with you, and it's time for you to perform, and you won't perform. So and these things came to pass. I was there and it's coming and it's happening. So it really stuck to me. And when Anika came to hit that final nail of saying, okay, this thing is actually not happening to Ian alone, it's also happening to me. So let us share this now.
So you both struggled.
Yeah.
Admitting, first of all, was the hardest because you're like, now Ian is going to see me just like the most disgusting person for the rest of his life.
Apparently, we were not angry, we were just sad at that time.
Sad.
Yeah, we were just crying, I'm telling you.
And the sadness is personal because me as myself, I was guilty of the things I've done behind Ian. The sadness was not that I'm angry at Ian for what he's done because I know what I've been doing behind. So that sadness, that is how it was coming out. You just admit slowly. It is very, very, very nice when, as couples, you can deal with these issues, speak about them. Sometimes couples fear like, if I will mention something, that my partner will run away. But sometimes you mention a truth and you set all of you guys free. You build you guys stronger.
And for the parents, maybe you have teenagers and maybe they are in
this conversation is a way now you can introduce them into this. Our intention why we are so comfortable talking about these things is because we know one day our children will hear them. They rather be equipped with the knowledge than just be bombarded like we were. We didn't know. We were just hit by these things. We were never talked to about these things.
So you were exploring.
Exactly.
We were exploring in, we were touching acid, but we didn't know. Let us just tell our children, this is acid. This is what happens when you touch it. So if you touch it, you know the outcome.
In our generation, we cannot lie to ourselves that our kids won't get to this. So we'd rather start equip them early. I'd rather tell my kids early that, okay, this is a certain video and this video does ABC to your body. So if you go on watching it, your body will go into this path. So at least whenever they'll be doing that, they'll be remembering. I told them. So like just that small education.
In Kenya, things are simple. Like Kenya it's simple country. Like these are not things that most homes want to deal with. Say for instance, you take American homes, their children, even as young as 5, they faced already, like they know what these things are. They know how to deal with. You can mention a term and they'll not feel like, what are you mentioning? But here in Kenya, even 20 years old, if you mention certain terms, because I don't know, it's because of the simplicity. It's not that they are trying to hide it, and it's like a simplicity here in Kenya. It's not that far along that young kids know these things. So it tends to affect people way more here in these sort of countries.
And since you have a YouTube channel, I feel there's a need of you to educate.
So
people want to follow you for more stories like this,
they can
come check you out.
Always, you're always welcome.
Okay.
Yes.
Now after college, take us to the next step. Which year did you complete?
2019.
No, 2019 we moved. 2021.
2021. It was just before COVID or after COVID?
Just before.
Just before COVID.
Before COVID. Then after that,
we got
what
separated
happened is
again
during COVID. Now COVID hit. Just after we were done, COVID hit, and we got separated again. My parents picked me away from university
because of COVID.
Yes, that was that was against our will. We wanted to stay together.
We tried a lot. We tried to fight for us.
It was really tough because Ian remained alone. And
were they aware you were living with Ian?
Then they were not aware. Then that's why they took me away. They were not aware then. So it was really tough for us, COVID then.
The thing is, they know, but they don't acknowledge.
That's it. They don't acknowledge.
That's it. Every single thing, they don't acknowledge. They don't even want it. Like even their name to be mentioned. Like even that name shouldn't be mentioned in this ground.
I think like when it comes to this thing that people say that parents with their daughters, so now they all gang up on me, parents plus brother, they want to be overprotective that they don't want, they don't want you to go live out your life. They want to overprotect you like that. So now we had to choose that we're going to break out of that and go figure out how we're going to build our life. because we want to welcome our children. And our children will one day ask us, what did you guys do for us? Did you guys build something for us? Or were you fearing what other people will say?
That day when Miss Richie contacted you guys, why did you guys not go and do the interview? When our kids come and ask us that, let us be here today. Yeah.
Let them watch the interview and say thank
Yeah.
you. Yeah. Let them say thank you. Guys did that. Yeah.
So
the parents picked you from.
Oh yeah, they picked me from Baraton. So Ian and I we thought maybe it's just 1 week, 1 week, most 2 months, and we'll be back.
2 years
went
later.
1 year past, and we're like, we have not yet met 1 whole year. So we were really tough at that moment because there was no job. Between Ian and I, there was no credit. Like we would only be able to conversate one maybe 5-minute call a day
At
night just to
know
say hello and know that you're okay. Then the call gets cut. You don't know how Ian is doing. Ian won't know how I'm doing. And that was the point when we just started, letting out the truth from one another. So it was really
and also that
tough
time
yeah.
There's no job. I'm there, staying there for all these months. How am I eating? Anika is always looking for 50 bob, 100 bob. She's just leo at least kwa 50 bob kula ka indomilia. It was tough. It was tough, and that's how we survived that entire COVID. Anika used to get 200, 100 bob here and there. Maybe she'll ask for credit from the parents, then she'll use that to get some credit and some food for me. Yeah.
It was hectic. So Ian, the way he had remained, gas got over in between, and here we are completely broke. There's no groceries, no shopping at home. Ian stayed without the gas for 2 months.
Basically the entire COVID year.
Yeah, so what he did is for those entire 2 months, now where the intermittent fasting began, he would eat 1 packet of Indomie a day, every day, just a packet of Indomie. That would be his meal for the whole day. It was a really humbling process. When I came back, I found Ian is a different Rasta man. He has changed completely.
And now your parents have picked you from Baraton. You've lived with them for 1 year.
1.5, almost 2 years.
Until when curfew ended during COVID.
2021 to 2023.
Almost.
It was 2 years. It was 2
January
years.
is when now actually officially reunited well.
Tell us about that. How did you move from home?
That was also another.
That was now
fight.
Choice. Now it was just like I'm going to do this for myself and just come out.
Tell them. Yeah. The way you packed.
Yeah. Oh, so there's one day that I did this, that I packed my bag. I decided with Ian that I'm just if they're not going to accept, then we're just going to pack our bag. And I packed my bag. And I just was waiting in the living room like this. I put the bag next to the sofa.
Don't go fast in the story. Anna, jump. You say story, Go slowly the story,
I had packed a bag and no one knew what I'm doing.
I was
just in the room. The whole night I was just packing. First I was talking to Ian, getting the energy to do
just motivating. I'm telling her you can do this.
I didn't sleep that night. By 4 o'clock the bag was packed. Nikapack tuka bag yangu. I put it here on the side of the living room when everybody was still asleep. So by early morning when people start walking, my mom walked past, she didn't notice. I just kept quiet. My dad walked past. My brother walked here. He stood here, is like, whose bag is this? He's asking me, are you going back to where are you going?
You used to live.
Yes, are you choosing where you going to? Like, who is leaving from the house? Then I had to just gather my courage and say, I've decided now, because you guys don't want me to do this, I'm going to go and stay with Ian. I've told you don't want me to go stay with Ian, I'm going to now go stay with him. I've told him we will stay together. That is what I told them. I've told him we will go stay together. So that is how it worked out. That was a big fight. That was a big hectic moment. So what it was, it broke an ice between me and my mom, that it enabled me to now share with her things that I was not able to. Because this was such a heavy thing to share with her, that it allowed me now to share other things that I wouldn't otherwise have shared comfortably. It brought a closeness, actually. This hectic experience, though I didn't get to come to Ian.
That
day.
day she didn't get to come.
But we settled with blessings from mom.
Yeah.
Like we got blessings from mom that day. Ian spoke to my dad. So it was as much as it was hectic, it planted a seed that day that probably we're still going to reap the plant of because it was a very tough moment. After that, we took still a bit more while. We took say 2-3 months. After that, I started
Before we met,
commuting. Now I started commuting. I would come in the morning
From Kisumu.
from Kisumu to Kapsabet. We would meet, we would spend the day together. Then at 6, I would return back. That would be a daily thing.
Yes.
For at
Every
least
single day.
2 months. We did that at
Yeah.
least 2 months. Then after 2 months, I was like, now it's time.
So these 2 months,
now let me go.
these 2 months
Yeah.
we're using it to convince them to allow. Anika used to go home every day so that we can gain back the trust.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we gain back the trust is when they allowed her to come back now, to even stay now in school
Yeah.
again.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's actually you fought again one more time, Mama. It was now
No,
good.
no. Now
just came out.
Now what
Did
it
they
is?
allow you?
No, now what it was is like, now I realized, when you come to your age, you must be able to fight for what you stand up for what
The
you
right
want.
decision for
That's
you.
it.
Yeah.
So I realized now it is the time that I have to stand up for my decisions. And actually, they are proud to see that their kids can stand up for their decisions. That's what makes a parent proud, I think, that you stand up for your decisions and they are the right decisions. For Ian and I, we know. For me, I know Ian is the right decision. God gave me Ian. I trust God. I know whatever needs to work out, He's the one who will work it out. Just like He has brought you to us today. Yes.
So they didn't allow you to move. You just
Yeah. I just decided, and what they did is they respected the decision I made.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how is the relationship between you and them now?
It's not
Oh,
bad.
it's a journey?
It's a journey. It's
Okay.
all a journey.
Okay.
We are working on building, as we said, their retirement plan.
Okay.
We have our mommy, dad. We are planning on building them a retirement plan. We have taken our time away to build so that when we come back,
We have something.
yeah, we will make them proud.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So it's your time now to
Work.
Yes, we work.
and prove them.
Yes. They did the right thing. They didn't raise us wrong. They raised us right. Yeah.
I like your courage. Ian,
Yeah.
the reaction from your mom and your friends and family when they realize now Anika want to leave.
My mom, as much as she's been our biggest supporter,
Yes.
she's not up to me living with another lady.
Yes.
Okay, one thing that I've always grown up me being told is I am going to marry a Kikuyu. Yeah, so that that one has always been there. They've taken me to the shags and here is where you're going to marry Ian. So whenever the high school, when my mom knew, she thought it's just a fling. So when now she realized it's serious, is when now she decided to drop off the map.
Okay.
Like when she realized, okay, this is no longer a joke, is when she even we talked and so what is your plan with Anika? Do you even have the money? Like now you can see there's something that is changing. And
it was the same language this side as well. Like, what is your plan? You'll go and live in a house of mabati
With no food.
and
as we're willing
were
to
like,
sleep
yes,
under the tree,
we will do that.
as long as we're
So
together.
Anika, you're okay sleeping with no food as long as
because we build from the ground. I think for a woman it's very proud when you build with your man, not you find your man is built, then you go and say you don't understand what he goes through. For Ian and I, we build together. He understands me, like things that I do, things that people would say are things for women to do. Ian has always been there to do them with me.
Yeah.
Same vice versa. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So your mom never supported you.
Not in that support.
Okay.
Yeah, not in that sort of a support. Maybe just
Mom,
You
Ian's
trust in the journey, maybe.
yeah.
Ian's
I
mom.
honestly don't understand. Like I wouldn't say I understand what is happening to these other people, but let me understand. Am I doing the right thing?
That's it.
Am I trusting?
I always love to remember that the very first foundation in our relationship was set by Ian's mom. Actually, she's the one who made me realize that our relationship can actually go far. She used to call me a daughter-in-law when we were 12, 13, yeah.
So then she knew, my mom knew that Anika's parents have not accepted.
Yeah.
So she used to help me like hide Anika like that. You get like, yeah, like when I'll tell her, mom, Anika might be coming home today maybe. So my mom would go and get to crepes and to snacks
She
for
would
Anika.
spoil me, yeah.
Yeah, so things like that. And you know, actually where I lost the contact with my mom is when she found out about the drugs.
Yeah.
It's like it just cut off. Yeah, so I came to understand that that was my part. Yeah, so let me build and regain who I am.
Yeah.
Then I can go and stand in front of her as the son that she knows.
Okay. So I understand you've been together for 13 years.
Yeah.
Are you married?
Yes, we are married.
Married for the last 7 years and been together for the last 13 years.
Legally married or staying married?
According to
God's marriage.
according to the Kenyan constitution, we are married by the Kenyan constitution.
Okay.
yeah, true.
When are you planning to maybe formalize it?
That's a good question.
You will see when Miss Rachel comes back to do another video. Then you know we're doing another formalizing ceremony.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
We-
what do you love most about Ian? You know, you seem to
Everything.
like.
Everything.
What made you love him so much?
Hey, good
There is
question.
not one thing, but Ian has always made me a better version of me, and that way I can always be better for whoever else is there. He is always motivating me to do not better in the sense of better in the sense of for myself to be built, for me, for my mind to be built. And I normally tell Ian, a woman just doesn't need a man to keep her secure, to provide for her. You want to grow. You want your man to tell you this is wrong, this is right, the same way you can tell him, then you grow. So Ian has always been like that with me. He motivates me to do everything. Like ride the bike, he taught me, he pushed me till I learned.
Even car.
Even car. Yes.
And you, Ian, what do you love most about?
Because she's a Pakistani.
Ever been to Pakistan, by the way?
Yes, I've been to Pakistan. Actually, when I was younger, I've been a couple of times, 3 or 4 times. Yes.
And
Though I stopped going when I started being with Ian.
Now
I
she can't
stopped-
go for 2 months anymore
No.
without us.
why?
Yeah.
Why do you think you can't?
Hey.
When I was younger, it was more like my mom used to travel, so I used to have to go with her because I was young. I was a young girl. But right now, by choice, it was not my choice to always go. Like, I don't always want to go.
You don't. Aneka's always told me even she did not want me to go to Pakistan that much.
Maybe to visit.
Mm.
People are nice, but I personally don't want to stay there because I'm used to staying in Kenya.
Okay.
So it's hard. It's even my mom, as much as she's born in Pakistan, she's become more Kenyan blood. Like when you used to living in Kenya, it's hard to adapt to some things. Some behaviors, they don't relate with you. You can't accept them. Yeah.
What do you think they can say about your husband?
Actually, no, that's the funny part. They're actually very loving, Pakistani.
To blacks,
They are very loving, yeah.
to Africans.
Yeah, so to Africa, I have a nephew who is we say pointy. He's like what a mixture of Ian and I's child would be. We have a nephew who's like that, and my mom's side of the family adore him without ever having met him in their life. He's small. They will never talk without mentioning him.
Okay.
Yes, so that side now compared to now my other family, say my dad's family, they wouldn't accept a child between Ian and I. But now the Pakistani side, they are more than willing. They throw their heart out. They send gifts from Pakistan for him. They'll send gifts. They'll send money, clothes. They'll talk to him. They'll send prayers for him. So they're very loving like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ian, what do you love most?
We are back. So I wouldn't say there's this thing I love most about Anika. I am deeply in love with Anika. Yeah, like it is the whole being. it's
one.
yeah, it's the whole being. If she even just had like the slightest difference to who she is right now, maybe the love would be different. But I love every single thing about Anika. I don't see I can pick. I just love Anika.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I love you, Ian.
Just yeah.
Do you have kids?
We're praying on God's blessings for that.
Okay.
Yes, one thing, yeah, Ian, maybe you'll tell them.
Yeah, one thing that we were quite clear on is we will not bring our kids to a life that we've not yet set up.
Yeah.
We would not bring our kid and we sleep with 1 meal a day.
Yeah.
You know, so
Or someone says something like when we say this family thing,
yeah, this
yeah, like we have to be in a position that our child will be told something by someone. We want to be somewhere that those people will be in their own place. Our children will have their own life created by us with people around them who love them.
just to imagine that our kid, we have to maybe to give them to someone because we can't raise them and they get treated badly.
Yeah.
So we just rather be focused. But actually right now God has blessed us so much, so we are praying in the next 12 months we'll be seeing
So there are plans already.
yeah.
How many kids maybe in future?
Hey, 6.
6.
All of them are named even. All of them are named. Yeah.
God's blessing.
Yeah. All of
That
them are
one is
named.
if God wills.
Yes.
We pray for that, yeah.
How do people describe your relationship? Since you're Muslim, he is a Christian and a Rastafarian. People and family, like your mom and dad, and from his side.
People, I would say, people always come with the issue of religion. People always see like there is no way we can settle on a religion. They see like we are so divided when it comes to our beliefs, to our religion. That is one thing with people. Parents, maybe you'll say.
How the parents view our relationship. Abomination.
What does that mean?
Not meant to be.
Not meant to be.
What do you think about it?
It's painful.
It's painful.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's taken a toll, but I think these are part of the small or big things that you'll have to carry with you in your journey. Yeah, so if we find it to be heavy, it will be heavy on us. Yeah, but at least we are two. So whenever I'm low on this side, Aneka is there to remind me when Aneka is low on that side. Yeah, but the best way to put it is abomination.
Yeah.
They don't want to see us together. They don't even want to have an imagination. In fact, our kids
Yes. Now,
is a curse. They don't want to even imagine that we can have kids.
and that is now what we say when we say abomination. Is they can go when someone can go to your kids and even you've not even had them. Then
They start mentioning the kids who are not even there. Yeah, Aneka has been there. Aneka, she knows when she's talking about some. I'm sure certain things maybe she can't say, but there are those words that they've thrown on her that would destroy you. Yeah.
And in case they watch this video, what message would you love to tell them? Talk to them as your parents, and what you would wish them to understand, as much as there's these beliefs and all these things.
We just needed their support, but because we lacked their support doesn't mean we lacked.
Yes.
Yeah, we could have just loved their support through this journey, but because we didn't have their support doesn't mean we lacked, and we will still make them proud.
Yes, I mean, for me, I would say I would just wish to tell them I pray for them to experience the blessing Ian is in their life, because there's a blessing. I would really pray and wish for them, our parents, to see the blessing that Ian is to them, to our parents. Because I see through what they want and through who I see Ian is, that he's their blessing. So that is up to them now to open their arms and accept their blessing truly. Mine is with me.
Okay.
Yeah. So I pray for them to accept their blessings, because it will make them happy for sure. Yeah. So there's a small story I want to share with you guys about how I dress. I get a lot of questions. People say, you don't need to wear your scarf. You know, your hair is beautiful without the scarf. You look beautiful without. Why are you covering your face with all those clothes? So this is not someone else's choice that someone has put on me. It is not a forced religion. This is my personal choice of modesty. Just as say in Kenya, our women tie kitamba, they tie a scarf around their head, just the same way, my choice of modesty. So it is not that it is based on a strict religion basis, that I am a strict Muslim, that I follow the strict Muslim rules. If you will see our videos, we are all over with puppies. Most Muslims don't allow puppies.
We just got a puppy yesterday,
Yes.
and they commented, "Oh, Muslims are not allowed."
Because they have this thing in their mindset, as we say, religion has been made so man-made that every man wants to control what the religion is. You want to control what the consequence is going to be. You want to control what the rules are. Every direction is just saying their things. No one is trying to spread the love. So our message is to you guys, just a small message that religion is not such a big concern. So long as God is in your heart, that is all that matters. Let us stop making religion such a big issue. We have made religion bigger than God. So that doesn't make sense anymore, yeah. So this for me is a modesty. Our home is a Rasta home, which maybe is like your home where you are, just that you don't call it a Rasta home. We are all the same. Wherever we are all the same. As Miss Reche says, we are one people, we are one world,
One blood.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you go to mosque?
I pray with Ian.
Okay.
No, I don't go to the mosque,
Go
no.
to churches and mosques.
No.
We actually do the Islamic way of
Yeah.
praying.
Ian leads
we
our
do
prayer.
the urdu, we do the going down on the knees. Like we pray the Islamic way when we're praying us.
Yeah.
You have your own way of also.
No, actually that's the only way we pray at home.
Okay.
Yeah, we stand the way we are.
Yeah.
I'll stand slightly in front of
In
Anika.
front,
Anika
yeah.
will be here, and we'll just be doing it there.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, actually Anika taught me how to do it, then I began to lead the home.
Yeah, that's a blessing for Ian to lead our home's prayers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So talk about the marriage future plans that you guys have.
Let me say the immediate one.
Yes.
So for now, it's a good news. We are currently in the process of looking for a new home.
Yes.
You guys have seen our home in the other video. Hope we have watched that video. It has our whole home set up.
Yeah.
So we are trying to look for a place where we can make it more homely. You see here, we've not decorated it. We have not made it to our touch.
Yeah.
We want a home where we can furnish, decorate. That is our number one immediate future plan.
Okay.
To be able to move into a home now. Yeah.
Then now from there, once we have a home, somewhere we've settled, we can bring in our family. Yeah, we can welcome the younger ones. Yeah.
And the best moments in your marriage
Mm.
or in your relationship?
Go faster, Anika.
Every single day that I see you and I realize that you're mine is the best moment for me. Every single day. Yeah. When I soak it in that Ian is mine, then that is a blessed day. Yeah.
And you?
It's this. Whatever is happening right now, this is the best thing that could ever happen in my marriage.
Wow.
This we on top.
Cloud 9.
Cloud 9.
Yes.
So this is the best thing.
Okay.
I'm into that.
Okay, and what advice do you have for couples who are in the same situation, like in the same intercultural marriage like yours, and different religion maybe? Advice you can give.
I start.
Share.
Yeah, start.
Love wins, and there was the point that we're talking about, we didn't know each other, like we were going through some sort of things. The only thing that kept us together was our love.
Okay.
Yeah, like we didn't even know the love is there, but now we are so grateful for the love. So love always wins. Like it doesn't matter what you guys might be going through, but your love is always going to win.
And I understand you've not organized your wedding, but Kenyan men pays dowry. They are Kenyan wives. Are you planning maybe to give because feelings?
I'm lucky because the Asian community
It's
gives
so
me.
funny. It's so funny. In Pakistan, the woman's family gives dowry. Like the daughter's house is supposed to be built by the parents.
Parents.
You furnish it. You buy the blankets, everything that they're supposed to start out.
So yeah, now you're excited.
Nangoja, I'm waiting. I'm so excited. I'm waiting. Yeah. Anekas told me they'll give me blings, like
Yeah.
nice clothes. I'll feel I can't wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sweet message to your wife.
Sweet message to my wife.
Miss Rachel's questions are fire.
Yeah, they're nice.
They're really nice. Really, really nice.
God is shining with us.
Amen.
Sorry?
God is shining with us.
Amen.
God is shining with us. And you've held on through the rough road, and now God is shining with us. It's going to be easy, okay?
Anika.
Amen.
Sweet message to your brother.
I would say I am blessed that you are the umbrella to our home. Always, I just want to tell you, thank you for being the umbrella to my home. Yeah.
Message to your future kids when they come along this video.
We think about you every day. We talk about you every day. So when you watch this, know we love you very much.
I always know that this is how it's going to be. That let me just tell them right now, for you, my son, my daughter, look at where we've begun with this lovely woman seated here. So if any of you will ever disrespect her, that is the time even you walk out of this home. We've come with her from far, so my love for her would never be as equivalent to the kids. Let them just know that.
He's saying that right now. Let them come. It will be a different situation.
Yesterday we went to visit a mom who she's had her kids, her grandkids, and now she's alone.
Yeah. She needs her
So
husband.
kids will go, man. Even if we have kids here, they will grow and go. Look at me, I'm not in my mother's house.
No, that's true. For me, there's one thing I would like to even tell any couple. You the way you are too, like this, hold on like that and just keep God above. There's nothing else you need. Just the two of you like this and keep God above you, and everything is good. Yes.
I think one of the hardest things actually people to hear is hold on to God.
Yeah.
When you're going in a low moment and someone tells you hold on to God, let us be the testimony to tell you guys we were low and we said we were holding on to God. And now it's like God was holding us throughout the entire time.
It is so crazy because just try it. Just try it. Seeking when you're in trouble, you try asking God for the solution. You don't retaliate. Don't try to solve a problem that you don't know how to deal with. Just let it be on God. Then you will see how things play out.
Don't do God's work.
Don't do God's work.
Yeah, let God work in your life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good point.
Yes.
Fully preach. God work.
Yeah.
God work.
Work in your life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, I'm learning. So, anything else you love maybe to? Before to say and shout out.
We are just a thank you, man,
Yes,
Miss Richie.
that one.
Just a big thank you. Yeah. So guys, now with this conversation will never end.
No.
We would sit here for so that we don't keep you guys long here. First of all, thank you so much for each one of you for watching this video and for liking it. Thank you so much. If you'd love more to hear of Pakistani couple, more of the Rasta man and Pakistani,
we are sure you are. We are sure you're curious. There's a lot more questions you have. There's a lot more stories you want to hear. You want to see us cook. You want to see us wash in the river. Drop inside here in Pakistani couple and come join our family. Well, you'd enjoy more videos from our sister Miss Rechi. She has a lot more nice moments with us. Check them out, family. Yes,
we were given one of the best. I don't think now anyone is going to interview us, Miss Richie, now.
no.
Hey.
No, it's not a joke. Actually,
No.
before we end it, actually, it's not a joke, Miss Richie. Us were people who sat down, and when you texted us,
Yes.
it made an impact in our life.
Yes.
Because then Aneka, in fact, was going home. So it was a way of us to connect.
That day you had texted me, I was going to Kisumu.
So it was
Yes.
a way that we connected. That incident made Aneka to try and look for a phone. I didn't have a phone. So that she can just tell me here and Miss Richie
I'm
has
like, Miss Rich has texted when I'm all the way here. What am I supposed
What
to
are we
do?
supposed to do now?
Time is now.
The
Yeah.
right time is now. I mean, we love you, Miss Reche. We have had a vibing time. We
Yeah,
vibed
it's
with
been
you
a
very
vibe, yeah.
much. We can't wait to do a lot more. A lot more nice things are coming. We have met Miss Reche today, but as we say, it's a new relationship, but a forever one.
God is working.
Yes, God is working. Expect to see a lot more happening here between these two families. A lot more good things. A lot more good things.
So for us, we just have one single. Aneka doesn't have her own private account or my own. We use one number, one private account and everything. So it's just Pakistani couple on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, WhatsApp if you want to call us, and also Instagram,
Facebook. Instagram marambili, so enter twice.
Yeah.
And remember, family, to always leave a like when you're watching the video. Yeah.
Let's get this. Just know by you liking it, it's going to recommend this video to that next person who you want them to watch this video. So just leave that like, guys.
Yes.
Thank you for the like.
Yes.
And peace. Woo.
Imekuwa, hey.